construction companies and so on. Road construction, building, oil and gas platform, even opening a new township, new industrial park, and many more. So you will have a certain project size as well. So whether your project size has a 24 months or 12 months or 36 months or 48 months, or you want to calculate by means of years, because perhaps that it is a mega project, so you call it as a 5-year project. Okay, again, all these, okay, you need to do, okay, what you have already learned before, okay, and compile all that, and it will become part of your contract document. Okay, so again, okay, it is the most important document for the execution of the project. Okay, so whether you are the project engineers or you're on the project management team or you are the client and so on, you need to understand some bits and pieces. Okay, you need to have no knowledge to understand, okay, what you need in a actual contract arrangement. Okay, and of course, okay, for the wordings, all the writings, the format, the structure of contract, you need to get the legal team, okay, the lawyers, okay, so to prepare you the document, and then you compile all your documents that you have prepared previously in those work breakdown structure, project scope, okay, all your Gantt chart, planning, okay, risk assessment, okay, your time and also project planning, going down from from zero, meaning the starting of your project execution, when you're going to start, what type of packages that you are designing, which one you will start first, there are simultaneous, etc. You have to present all that, all the way to how you're going to monitor, okay, your project in those documents. Okay, of course, when you talk about legal or law terms, there will be a lot of terms that perhaps you yourself never heard of. Okay, they use a lot of Italian or Latin terms. Like, for example, here you see words like jus strictum and jus dispositivum. Okay, strict law and modifiable law. Now, first, you need to understand these two types of law. One is called binding law. Binding law or jus strictum, okay, means that this one has no alteration. It is strict as it is. And usually this kind of law comes from safety law, management from the state or district law, environmental law, okay, things that comes with a law that applies to all industrial players. Okay, those who are involved in the industry must follow, or else they will get certain penalty or termination of their project or the factory itself or the whole construction work itself. Okay, so binding law or jus strictum is something that comes without any alteration. Okay, but we will see later on, okay, there will be some certain areas or clause that will allow, okay, you to also be compensated if something happened not because of your own faults. Okay, the next one that is modifiable law or law adopted by consent. So this one has a lot of clauses that can always be discussed, negotiated, all right, and they have to have a certain agreement between the parties involved, meaning that your side and the client side, and perhaps again the third party, which would be your another client or another bank financier, or perhaps your subcontractors or partners that are joint venturing in your particular project. Okay, so all of them need to have a certain agreement, and it allows also certain alteration or modification throughout your project time base. Okay, meaning that let's say that your project is 12 months. So along the line, okay, you have already discussed and presented the project that you think might finish within 12 months. But of course, okay, there will be you're going to ask, okay, during that meeting, okay, let's say that a certain certain packages or certain type of job that you think, or perhaps delivery of items, okay, or certain manufacturing of certain item itself, okay, that needs to be shipped from other country. So anything that is to do with time, okay, meaning that you need extra time. So you need some extension to a certain possible job or planning, okay, that will be coming under modifiable law, okay. So under jus dispositivum, you can argue or you can ask to be permitted that certain packages in your Gantt chart need to have allowed to have a certain extension, okay. Again, pertaining to whatever happened next, okay, meaning that you just let that to be an open clause, not a total closed clause. Clause meaning that CLAUSE, that is a certain statement that says that, okay, one must be doing this or must be finished or something, or comes with a certain enactment or act. Okay, so kalau you, let's say for example, you sign your agreement untuk dapatkan PTPTN ke, JPA loan ke, ataupun your agreement to for your rental, okay, you rent a house or flat outside UKM, for example, or even your college pun, you ada agreement ke apa ke to follow certain terms and regulation, okay, to have to pay your yuran, etc. You mesti ada clause dia, okay. So clause tu katalah section 1 point something, okay, mengatakan bahawa jika terdapat or something or in view of, okay, there would be words that are quite standard for all agreements, including if you click for or download your certain apps from your mobile phone ke apa ke, there will always come with a certain agreement kat bawah tu yang kita pun malas nak baca, so many words there. And then sampai bawah ada kotak, klik yes or no, agree or not agree. Okay, so ayat dia semua ialah ayat yang usually are constructed by those legal people. Okay, so okay, contra law summarizing here and there. So as we go along, you can see that, okay. So I'm just going to pinpoint, for example, it is defined already. Again, a minimum parties involved is 2. Okay, it has to be you as the contractor or the employer, or perhaps you yourself is the main you are the client, meaning that katalah you Petronas, you minta contractor to build a petroleum refinery at a certain place, so you are dealing with a contractor. Or if you are the contractor, you will be dealing with, for example, Petronas ke UM project UEM. And there's a lot of companies to do, like for example Proton lah, Peru 2, cars, automotive industries, manufacturing semiconductors, Intel lah, Silterra lah, etc. So whichever that company that you are work with you, so they are your clients because they're going to pay for your project. Okay, but you need the money first of all as a rollout, as modal, as capital. Okay, so sama ada you dah started with your own capital money, or you need to borrow, okay, your capital from another bank. So all of them has to agree during the contract meeting because they are all related, okay, whether you're the client or you are the contractor and so on and so forth. Okay, so during the contract, they all will have to agree, okay, or take a majority vote. For example, katalah ramai-ramai tu ada yang disagree with certain terms, tapi majority, at least kita ambil 2/3 lah, 2/3, says we agree that we can allow for this project to have an extension for another 6 months. So we go by majority, for example. Again, depending on how the meeting is conducted and agreed upon. Okay, so there's no cookie cutting solution, meaning that tak ada certain sama je, setiap meeting sama. Kalau kita pergi meeting ni, meeting tu, different client ada different requirement and different style of work. Okay, ada certain client kata kami memang trust your company has has been offering us services for the last 2 decades, for example. So dia kata kita trust you. You kata you nak extension 6 months, we are okay. We're just going to sign. We're not going to argue, etc., etc. Because all this time, okay, the job has done 100% almost perfect. Okay, with minor defaults, faults here and there. Tak ada apa-apa sangat yang masalah lah. There's no big issues. Kita happy with your performance, so kita tak ada masalah. But if you are the new or still in the stage where you need to be known or introduced into the industry world, so you have to convince the bank, the client, okay, before they can approve the final contract documents. Okay, so dalam in going towards reaching to the approval, you'll be seeing, of course, many documents. You will be getting documents from them. They'll be getting copies of the documents from you. So depending on what they want, if they want hard copies, you have to print out hard copies, binding it nicely bagi pada client. Kalau dia tak ada masalah, dia kata we can all get in the Apple Cloud ke, Google Cloud ke, Google Drive ke, anything that has full proof safe, secured method, so that ada orang yang boleh buka kecuali mereka saja yang involved, dan it's okay. As long as tak ada orang boleh ada somebody yang cuba bawa orang luar yang tak tahu apa-apa yang boleh tamper the document. So semua kena agree how you going to disseminate the document among the parties. Okay, so and also tahap confidential dia ke apa, okay, again ditentukan oleh sama-sama lah. Kalau katalah a certain contract tu hanya orang yang involved yang macam project manager saja yang boleh baca, then you have to agree on that as well. Kalau dia kata open to your management, maknanya from the kalau company tu ada start from the chairman ke CEO ke apa, kalau dia kata CEO, chairman, semua board of director can read the same contract until senior punya level admin, then allow them to be disseminated, distributed among the top management. Okay, so again, so macam saya cakap, okay, looking into that, as long as you know apa tahap and how to handle it, okay, because you have to understand that this type of contract level is usually done on the top management level. Okay, so maknanya workers kat bawah you yang pekerja bawah, pekerja dekat kilang, semua tak perlu tahu lagi. Okay, sebab benda ni semua dah berlaku lepas ataupun kalau you nak start a new project, of course your team member consist of your project management team. Okay, katalah you nak jadi the contractor itself, so you belum ada pekerja lagi, and you are the one who need to discuss with the client what you need to convince them that you'll be doing this and that. Okay, selepas you menang project tu, there's also a contract to bid. Maknanya katalah even you tak dapat project tu lagi, you nak bid for the project or tender. Kalau you sebagai orang yang memerlukan contractor, you tender the project. Maknanya katalah you the client, you the Petronas, okay, or you the UEM construction planning, semua tu lah company yang besar semua tu. Okay, I just bagi some example. You are the client, you are looking for contractors, so you tender the project. You iklankan projek dekat surat khabar mana-mana semua, saying that we are looking for, okay, we are tendering this, etc., or looking for suppliers. Kalau you yang jadi contractor, you nak get the project, so use the word bidding, BID. So you bidding maknanya sedang cuba nak dapatkan projek tu. So maknanya nak dapatkan projek tu pun you have to come up with your document, and later on the document tu bila you dah menang, you masih lagi kena go through approvals before you start the project. Maknanya before the start of the project you have to go through a series. Okay, so there will be a timeline where that particular time you tak ada generate any profit, You just need money to finance during that time to get the project and so on and so forth, or you yourself dah ada your own money from your previous project, or have to get certain amount of loan from the bank. For example, you need like 1 million, okay, just to run all the feasibility studies, etc., etc. Okay, searching for location, discussing with many authorities, people that in the particular area that you need to discuss. Okay, so you need money to travel, to discuss, macam-macam lah kan, to pay for your team as well as yourself lah kan sebagai project manager. And this one is regulation kat sini falls under non-alteration, okay, jus strictum. Okay, this one is binding law. So binding law termasuklah semua ni, water resources, sampailah ke apa-apa sahaja item specification, okay, building site regulation and so on so forth, you must follow. Sebab setiap ni ada dia punya akta dia sendiri, sama ada dia termasuk bawah Kementerian Perumahan ataupun bawah environmental assessment or bawah Department of Environment. Semua tu ada dia punya specific law. Sama ada law tu memang hanya Malaysia punya level, or law tu is a general law for applicable around the world. Okay, and also if it's an international company, dia pun kena abide by our Malaysian law or regulation. Okay. Okay, so far, are you following me? 246 of you.
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, Doctor. Yes. Okay, so we are already recording now. We are on our 35 minutes. Okay. Okay, I'll continue. If anything, kalau you rasa nak tanya ke apa ke, let me know lah, okay? Because I'm not going to go through one by one slide. I summarize ni. So, of course, I expect you to download and go through them. And plus, because the session itself is recorded, so you can again, okay, replay okay, later on to go through, because some of it will appear in your e-test too. Okay, saya dah cakap dah. Okay, so take note. Alright. Okay. Okay, kat sini dah cakap tadi kan kita nak minta extension ke apa ke, so boleh discuss under modifiable law. So walaupun dia dah is a binding law, tapi kalau terpaksa, because let's say that you know that there are certain provisions or certain aspect in the law itself or the clause, katalah to do with human resource, katastrofi ke, for example, something to do with kemalangan, kebakaran, ataupun kalau you are working somewhere in Indonesia ke, ataupun you are working somewhere else where that area is prone to earthquake ke, for example, or certain harsh environment. So you need to include that. Okay, so you need to remind them as well, even though it's binding law. You kata if let's say that, okay, because even though that, let's say even flood pun, flood doesn't happen, big flood lah, not just small flood. Big flood doesn't happen every year, but let's just say that it might happen. Okay, so you're taking certain precaution and you have to include that in the contract as well. So maknanya sebelum datang ke meeting tu, you dah prepare macam-macam and discuss macam-macam dengan your project team. Bukan masa tu nak discuss. You dah prepare, because mereka pun akan prepare and mereka mungkin dah tunggu saja kamu tanya. Kalau kamu tak tanya, diorang punya legal team kata, and let's say one time you forgot, or during the project execution itself, you didn't include that in the contract, and you forgot, you overlooked. So something happened and you try to ask for example compensation ke apa ke, and then dia punya client kata, oh, you never discuss with us about this and that. So unfortunately, we cannot cover for your damage. You have to go for your insurance claim, so on and so forth, because you tak mention. Okay, so this is your own fault. Remember, the legal team can be very nasty, and so you must have a very good legal team to make sure that everything that you discuss are prepared and stated in tak bolehlah nak claim apa-apa. So you are responsible damage later on. employment pun ada binding law and also ada employer and also contractor yourself. Okay, and from the contract pun macam kita mention tadi ada subcontractor. Again, subcontractor or subcons are group of construction or firms or any small companies in a certain job, very specific job. Let's say that you hire this particular small company to do the piping for certain part or to do certain road construction or supply a certain material ke apa ke, they will be outsourced, or you ask them to join you, become subcontractors, and they themselves pun kena sign certain contract yang to do with them, okay, yang memang berkaitan dengan mereka, related to their job. They will also need to sign those contract, and of course has to be acknowledged and made known to your client. Okay, so klien tanya siapa yang akan buat bahagian ni. Okay, they will say that we have already hired this company. Okay, company siapa-siapa lah, Ahmad and Tan Sendirian Berhad or Berhad, okay, or limited saja Berhad, okay, to do this particular project section on supplying fiber optics, doing the networking, anything. Maknanya you dah semua nama-nama semua subcon tu you kena list out, and masing-masing dia ada dokumen dia and kena distribute to your client. Okay, very important because inilah dia masanya sama ada project you boleh berjaya sampai habis or not, ataupun boleh dibagi duit or not. Okay, it's all depending on this legal document. Okay, kalau kegagalan ke atau minta compensation, minta insurance claim, semua mereka akan lihat balik your contract document. Okay, so it has to be clearly stipulated and precisely defined. Semua kena ada. So you have to go through, sometimes orang akan go through like 1 month or so just to read again, make correct, reread again, discuss again, and then question again, kenapa terima or not, and then make inquiries of certain statements, certain clauses. Okay, client will call you, kenapa you nak minta ni, you pula call client, kenapa kami tak boleh dapat ni. So it's not really a direct type of process. It can it can take up maybe a certain chunk of part of your project planning. Your earlier project, you ingatkan you boleh finish by 2 months, tapi certain bankers, certain client punya people kata we need to nego, kata kita nego lagi, kita negotiate lagi, meeting lagi, betulkan balik, revise. So dokumen ni kadang-kadang tak settle. Selagi tak settle, selagi tak habis, selagi tu tak boleh mula projek. So kadang-kadang ada certain nampak dia macam dah letak dah signboard dah. Okay, so kata projek ni akan bermula certain date. Tengok tak mula lagi. Nampak je dia punya signboard dia besar-besar dekat tepi jalan ke apa. Tengok-tengok ada delay, rupanya tak habis lagi bayar ke, ada certain payment tergantung sama. You see that selagi benda tu terganggu, selagi tu you tak boleh nak sampai your goal to start the project and so on, or to finish the whole project smoothly. Sometimes ada projek terpaksa berhenti tengah-tengah, kan. So benda tu sebenarnya patut kita dah tengok pada awal lagi, at least, because why I ask you to look into that earlier. Bukan kita boleh expect something will happen in the ni, tapi at least with the risk assessment dan semua tu, itu yang penting tu, yang kita boleh do a forecast. Benda tu takkan berlaku 100%, tapi kalau so dia dah macam prepare you, okay, to prepare ourselves for anything like any worst case scenario ke apa ke, you dah at least you dah ada. Kalau tak berlaku, alhamdulillah lah. I mean, you can just move on and finish your project within or before your final date. Okay, your project katalah you dah buat project ni katalah 24 months, you manage to complete everything by 22 months. And so the extra 2 months tu mungkin dapat lagi bonus ke apa ke. Maknanya you just dapat payment daripada klien, tak perlu keluarkan duit you, just payment je. So itu dah kira macam bonus lah kan, sebab you tak perlu lagi dah keluarkan duit, you are getting only money paid. So very important this stage. Okay. Then you can also read, okay? So banyak word kat sini. So kalau I go through one by one, you mesti bosan punya. But there's a lot of things. But I'm just going to point certain important things. For example here, ada scope dia. Okay, contractors pun ada scope. Okay, kalau dia supply barang ataupun dia sebagai service provider ataupun kita sendiri kena check on the documentation from the supplier as well as us. Okay, so kita semua kena be specific. So kita to minimize anything unwanted event and so on or disturbance. Okay, so and also this term like for example battery limit. So battery limit for example kalau you contractor ada certain battery limit maknanya you kena provide. Provide tu ialah you boleh buat anything within dalam area tu tapi tak boleh kat luar building tu kena ada sediakan 1 meter at least untuk area yang you tak boleh kacau. Area tu lah untuk masuk jarak masuk, jarak selamat, etc. Pintu masuk. So ada certain aspect of design yang you memang tak boleh tak. Okay, there's no other way of lantar lah kalau you nak no matter how you want to expand your size of your example, you must obey that particular term of regulation. Okay, tak boleh lebih situ ke, must provide this. Kalau tak ada pun tak boleh buka company you. Okay, so mesti follow every single syarat-syarat and then it will be also documented in your contractor's scope of supply and work and services. Okay, so your client of course dia pun sendiri pun akan minta juga official approvals. Let's say that company you tu client you Petronas pun akan minta official approvals sebab dia kata my contractor will have presented us this plan to build up a certain office ke apa ke in Pengerang, Johor, so on and so forth, and we need approval from the municipal, the state management. Even kalau katalah benda ni memerlukan sultan sekalipun, let's say certain sultan in the cities, for example Sultan Johor, Sultan Selangor yang very particular about their negeri, you kena jumpa orang istana semua. Okay, and client pun kena jumpa sekali. Okay, then we have this commissioning level. So commissioning I'm sure you dah belajar dalam you punya project implementation and so on. Okay, you need to do commissioning before you open or start any production or line or building yang you dah buat, semua kena ada commissioning stage. Provision of the documents, okay, you kena provide everything, kena ada all this dalam you punya filings. Okay. Macam-macam data lah yang you dah buat, calculation from your material balance, environmental, soil conditions, mudah tak dapat, adakah available the resources or not if you're doing your packaging kan, kotak-kotak semua Tetra Pak semua tu. Are you ready? Do you know your suppliers? Semua tu kena ada, bukannya masa nak mula projek baru nak fikir. You have to understand that before mula the project you dah fikir dah plan, dah tahu, dah contact, dah discuss with possible potential suppliers, client, other subcontractors and so on. Supply of utilities for commissioning, of course masa commission tu lah you nak check semua connection, cable, electricity, water running, tak running, so on so forth. Okay, ada rosak ke mana-mana, semua tu. Free of charge provision of areas, kalau ada free of charge, katalah macam industrial parks in many states, for example in Pulau Pinang, Johor, Selangor, banyak industrial parks kan. Also some parts in sekarang dah ada banyak around the country, dekat Negeri Sembilan ada nilai 1, 2, 3. Dekat Perak banyak industries around Sitiawan, Ipoh, Manjung, dan in Kedah ada dia punya Kulim industry. Apa lagi? Terengganu banyak dekat kawasan Kerteh, Parker and so on. Kelantan I'm not so sure. Ada lah kot somewhere near Kota Baru or something like that, dia punya industrial park. Okay, so many states offers that free of charge. You have to discuss with the state. Okay. Also, supply of water ke apa pun. Again, kalau yang utama yang masuk daripada luar ke dalam building, bukan dalam building itself, yang luar tu maknanya kabel-kabel yang datang nak masuk ke dalam kawasan your plant or your construction work, usually they can supply you freely. That too you have to get approval and discuss with the district principal, state semula, administration. Okay, so kat sini lah nampak macam possible interfaces. Benda ni semua patutnya you tak perlu lagi fikir macam nak dapat. Okay, semua ni ialah nama ni essentials. Sekarang ni pun orang dengar kan essentials, non-essentials. Okay, let me tell you, all these are essentials in your project, whether it's a chemical, mechanical, manufacturing, construction, okay, all that pasang-pasang mobile phone, etc. Getting new apps, motherboard, so on and so forth. You nak create what else? Many other things, even circuits ke apa ke. They are all going to be falling under essentials. You need all this, okay? You need water supply, semua. Okay, so far okay? Macam mana everyone?
Okay, Doktor.
Yes, Doktor.
Sini lelaki semua diam je, banyak perempuan.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Doktor.
Lega saya sebab kadang-kadang lelaki ni dia tengok situ tapi tengah main apps lain ke apa ke. Okay, tak dengar apa I cakap, keluar exam jangan nangis. Okay. Right. Okay. I nak continue sikit before kita ambil 5-minute break. Okay, sebab I nak cerita sikit on the this one is law to do with deadlines and penalties. Kalau you punya college ke apa kan tak bayar ni ke, lupa nak bayar before habis semester ke apa ke, you pun akan dapat penalties ke apa. Sama juga in project pun kita ada banyak deadlines and penalties. And even under deadlines and penalties pun kita ada cara untuk tidak kena penalty. Maknanya ada reason. Contohnya macam kelas, katalah you tak hadir kelas 80%, tapi ada reason. Meaning that let's say 20% yang you tak ada tu, you ada bukti yang you ada terpaksa pergi ada competition walaupun online ke apa ke, you ada sertai competition, or you sakit, you ke hospital, you kena dengue, you kena na'udzubillah sekarang ada berapa orang pelajar yang dah positif COVID-19, so some of you kena terpaksa quarantine, so you cannot follow classes and all that, you are given excuses, then it's okay, we're not gonna penalize you for that because you ada bukti. Bukan kata saya sakit. Okay, mana bukti sakit dia? Dan you have to show apa bukti sakit you. Ada slip dia, chop, signed by medical officers. Okay. College you kata kami hantar pelajar ni. Takkan jadi kena denda. So because bukti bukan cakap saja, we don't do oral anymore. And it state you have to proof, bukti. Mana bukti dia? Okay. So kat sini, for example, okay, liquidated damages. Now, this damage your client boleh claim daripada your money because you're given denda. Okay, sebab you miss the deadline. And deadline pula dia bagi pula harga pula 0.5%, bukan 5% ya. 0.5%, 0.5%. That is 0.005 of your contract price. Bukan 5%, 0.005. Okay. Oh sorry, 0.05 of the total. Bukan 5%, okay. So check balik, 0.5% of the contract price. Let's say your contract price is 1 million, you need to pay at least berapa 0.5 tu daripada 1 juta? Berapa 0.5% daripada 1 juta ringgit? Sorry?
500,000.
Tak dengar lah.
500,000.
500,000? 0.5%, bukan 50%.
5,000.
Tahu tak apa maksud 0.5%? 0.5 over 100. Kira berapa?
50 tau.
Berapa? Tak dengar lah you cakap apa benda belakang-belakang ni. Cakap kuat-kuat, I dah dekat muka I, dekat skrin dah. I dah tak dengar lagi. Apa dia 1000?
5,000.
5,000.
Berapa?
5,000.
About 5,000 ya. Okay. So dia akan naik. Okay, 0.5 per 100. Okay, bukan 50%. 0.5 bahagi 100. Ya. So kalau kat sini dia kata per day ataupun per week, again depending on your client lah, your employer dia nak macam mana. Okay, adakah dia nak denda you per week atau per days, up to them. Sebab you dah agree. Okay, and up to penalty 5%. Okay, berapa 5% daripada million? Now 5%, 5 per 100.
50 tau.
50,000.
Okay, so yang nampak ya daripada 5,000 sampai 50,000. You rugi macam tu je. Okay, so you tak nak rugi ni, so make sure that you follow the deadline. Then, tapi kalau you dah buat, tapi bukan salah you. Now we have this claim in time. Claim in time meaning that bukan salah you, salah supplier, etc. Let's say ataupun ada damage. Supplier hantar barang rosak, okay, crack, macam-macam, delay. Dan you kata, sebab semua benda ni you kena record tau. Every day you buat your routine recording everything. Let's say that you dah order barang. Barang tu suppose dah bagi date dah. Date of shipping or delivery. Macam kita beli barang Shopee, Lazada, semua tu kan ada barang dia kata expected bila ataupun hari hantar bila. Dia dah mention dah. Hari hantar bila? 10 Jun. You tunggu 10 Jun, tak sampai-sampai. You contact mereka, contact. You kena buat report. And apa diorang punya respon tu, you kena masukkan semua dalam contract document. Bawa benda tu, tunjuk pada klien, ni bukan salah kami, salah mereka yang kita dah follow up, kita dah tanya and they given us the reasons. And so, your client atau employer tak perlu lagi dah denda you. Okay, because you, bukan salah you. Salah mereka yang buat hal yang delay the process of construction. Another way of also tak kena denda is force majeure. Force majeure ni maksudnya apa sahaja masalah yang melambatkan kerja because ada natural disaster. Natural disaster termasuklah big flood, earthquake, volcano eruptions, also war. Kalau tiba-tiba ada war, tiba-tiba ada pergaduhan melibatkan seolah-olah macam perang atau memang something yang kita tak tahu tiba-tiba jadi pergaduhan besar yang tak melibatkan kilang lah, orang luar, kawasan dekat dengan kilang itself, yang menyebabkan kita polis, tentera semua bagi arahan semua orang shut down, dia kata semua emergency because kita ada sama peperangan, sama gangguan yang boleh mengganggu nyawa orang lain. Itu you letakkan under force majeure. So let's say that if any delay or disruption caused by force majeure, something that is beyond our power to control, including also kebakaran yang bukan sebab you, bukan sebab fault of your company. Kebakaran usually macam macam mana kebakaran, lightning for example, ataupun company lain meletup ke kereta kat luar meletup kena convince your client as well as your insurance company yang itu bukan salah you, and diorang pun akan ada buat assessment. Dia akan hantar pegawai dia to investigate. You boleh jual. Okay, tapi kalau kawasan tu memang semua kena flood, semua kena earthquake, memang tak boleh buat apalah, nampaklah the whole place memang dah kena. Tapi kalau certain you claim juga salah kami, kebakaran tu tiba-tiba berlaku, bukan company ni, tapi it comes from let's say whatever that beyond your control, for example. Atau tiba-tiba ada tangki ni somewhere terhempas, jatuh daripada flyover masuk kat kilang you ke, I don't know, possible, something yang you tak sangka, yang bukan you punya salah. Okay, ataupun ada helikopter terhempas dalam dekat dengan company you, and nak pula kalau company you tu ada flammable products, meletup pula kawasan tu, pun you boleh claim force majeure because it's not your fault. Okay. then warranties. Okay, so kalau nak elakkan bayar damage by yourself or any product faulty ke apa, you pay by or according to warranty. Some warranties dia ada free warranty for 1 year, free warranty for 2 years for your machines, etc. If you want to extend, then kita nak extend warranty for 5 years. So if anything happen, you boleh ask the company to replace or repair free of charge and so on, and you masukkan data tu, dokumen semua tu dalam you punya contract documents. So that you tak kena penalty dan bayar sendiri. And if let's say that kalau pun ada any for example a guaranteed power consumption pun, kalau dia ada certain allowance yang given permit, that employer kena pay a certain consumption, then you use that. So maknanya ada all this, you need to understand how not to be given penalties or not to pay anything for no reason. Maknanya semua money yang you ada tu, you kena betul-betul jaga kewangan and ada reason dia kenapa you kena bayar, ataupun kenapa mereka kena bayar company you instead, ataupun getting compensated free ke apa macam tu because of the warranties and so on. Need to go through and make sure you understand. Kalau you ada given this particular allowance or permit, use okay. Ada yang kata yang you allowed 34,000 for example, bila tadi ingatkan you kena bayar semua, rupanya klien bayar sebahagian later on. Contoh also depend on your client lah. Benda ni tak ada viable law. Kalau company setuju nak bayar half of the plant ataupun construction work punya power consumption, then it's okay. Kalau diorang tak nak, dia kata you semua bayar, dan you bayar sendirilah. So you kena cari juga klien yang bagus kan, klien yang murah hati lah, to also share together your untung rugi sama-sama. Okay. Right. Sekejap. Okay, tak apalah. Kita ambil rehat dulu 5 minutes. Okay. Ni apa? Okay.
Hi guys, welcome to the National University of Malaysia, university that inspiring futures, nurturing possibilities. Today, I will bring you guys around UKM. Let's go! Following me around UKM. What are you waiting for? Come and join us! Hi guys, welcome to the National University of Malaysia, university that inspiring futures, nurturing possibilities. Today, I will bring you guys around UKM. Let's go!
Okay, salam everyone. Okay, I'll wait for Dr. Faiz to rejoin. Not so sure what's going on here. Again, sorry about that. Don't know why. Dia tak allow I to tunggu Dr. Faiz lah. Sekejap.
Hello?
Ya.
Ya, Ismail, perlu tadi? Dokumen nak share?
Tak boleh nak share.
Kat mana dokumen tu? Can you send it to me?
Okay, I send ya. Saya hantar WhatsApp.
You nak share kat mana ni, Dr. Manal?
Sini, kat sini.
Share screen?
Share dokumen lah, presentation.
Dokumen ni?
Yes, I present. Post lah my document. Ha.
Kenapa? Tadi you boleh share kan slide you tadi?
Masa I nak cari slide lagi satu nak masuk, sekali I tutup tu masukkan lagi satu, bila I close je yang tu nak share another document dia hilang terus, tak boleh masuk balik.
Patutnya kalau tadi you boleh share, dia tak ada problem.
Kan tak boleh pula, bila I nak tukar ni, I tutup tu nak masukkan dokumen lain, tak boleh keluar dah.
So you nak I buat apa sekarang? You nak I share ke apa?
Habis tu I nak tak boleh buat apa-apa ni. Nak macam mana? What do you think? Sebab I tak boleh ni. Share dah.
Okay.
I tak boleh nak buat apa. Dia kata only meetings. Tetap leave yourself online je. So I just bagi control kat I to share lah maksudnya.
Okay, let's try that.
So pelik juga. Tak boleh share langsung. Hilang button dia di kelabu terus.
Banyak sangat masalah Teams ni. Okay,
Yes.
can you see? Alright.
Dapat control? I pasal request you ke apa?
I'm not sure how to give control.
Tak boleh.
Ada nampak nama lah sini, tapi
I can request tapi nanti I jadi request. You
yes, okay. I saw you that you request allow.
I cannot my slide lah, tak boleh tulis apa-apa lah. I jadi macam tunjuk je.
Boleh ke? You tak boleh.
Cannot. Ni ada apa ni, macam kita assessor, kita tunjuk point lah. Point sana, point sini.
Okay, let's try this. Why not we create another meeting?
Yes. Pada kita juga tak, are you all with us?
Yes.
Yes. Kita close this room. Kita buka
Okay, I akan buka that new meeting room. Okay.
Alright. Okay. So, yeah.
So, pergi dekat channel baru ya. Meeting ini I will end this meeting. I will initiate a new meeting. Okay.